There are connections in this life that cannot be explained by timing, circumstance, or chance. Connections that feel older than your memories, deeper than your understanding, and stronger than anything you ever consciously agreed to. When you met this person, something inside you recognized them instantly. Not their face, not their name, not their story, but their soul. It felt like an awakening, a remembering, a returning. And that is because you were chosen for this person long before you ever met them. Your paths were written to cross. Your souls were prepared to collide. Your hearts were shaped in ways that would fit together before you even knew what love truly meant. You may not have realized it at the beginning. Most people don't. You may have brushed off the intensity, ignored the pull, or questioned why the connection felt so familiar, so natural, so undeniable. But your soul understood it immediately. Souls recognize what minds cannot comprehend. That feeling you had, that this person mattered before you had any reason to believe they did, was your first sign. It was not coincidence. It was alignment. It was destiny revealing itself early, before your mind was ready to make sense of it. This person came into your life at a specific moment for a reason. You were guided toward each other with purpose, with precision. There were countless ways your lives could have unfolded differently, countless choices that could have led you elsewhere, countless small moments that could have changed everything. But they didn't. Somehow, despite everything, your lives converged. The timing, even if imperfect, was meaningful. You met exactly when your soul was ready to recognize them, even if your mind wasn't. There are people in this world who are simply passing figures in our story, but then there are the rare ones, the ones who shift something inside us, who awaken parts of us we didn't know were sleeping, who challenge us, soften us, break us open, and rebuild us in ways we cannot describe. This person is one of them. You feel it in the quiet moments when their presence lingers in your heart. You feel it when your mind drifts to them without effort. You feel it when something small reminds you of them and your emotions stir as if a deeper truth is being whispered into your chest. You were chosen for this person because there is something within you that their soul needed. Something only you could activate. Something only you could mirror. Something only your presence could heal or awaken. This is why the connection feels layered, intense, complicated, or even overwhelming at times. Divine connections carry weight. They bring lessons, transformation, purpose. They unravel parts of us that need light. They push us into growth we wouldn't have chosen alone. They reveal truths we cannot hide from. And that feeling you have, that you knew them before, that you were meant to meet them, that something bigger than both of you brought you together, that feeling is real. The familiarity wasn't imagined. The bond wasn't accidental. The timing wasn't random. Souls with intertwined destinies feel magnetized, even when circumstances try to pull them apart. This is why you keep thinking of them. This is why your paths continue to cross in energy, emotion, or dreams. This is why their presence still matters, even if life has placed distance between you. You were chosen for them because your heart carries something their soul recognizes as home. Maybe you brought them comfort in a world that had hardened them. Maybe you reflected back the parts of themselves they had forgotten. Maybe you awakened their capacity to love again after they had closed themselves off. Maybe you reminded them of gentleness in a life that demanded strength. Maybe you gave them hope when everything else felt uncertain. People don't react this deeply to just anyone. These connections are rare, and they are not mistakes. But divine connections are not always simple. They often arrive with challenges, unanswered questions, unfinished chapters, and emotional depth that neither person feels fully prepared for. You may struggle to understand the intensity of the bond. You may question why the connection persists even through silence or separation. You may wonder why your heart refuses to let go, even when logic tells you to. What you feel is the gravity of destiny, the pull of something that was written long before the two of you ever walked into this world. Their soul feels it too. Even if they run from the intensity. Even if they hide behind fear. Even if they struggle to admit it. They feel the connection in ways they don't have words for. They feel the familiarity, the pull, the memories that feel older than they are. They feel drawn to you not out of habit, but out of recognition. Their soul knows your soul. Their heart remembers yours. And even if life has taken you in different directions, the connection has never disappeared. Divine bonds don't break. They bend, they stretch, they silence themselves, but they endure. You were chosen for each other because your souls made an agreement long before your bodies ever met. An agreement for growth. For healing. For awakening. For transformation. Sometimes for love, sometimes for lessons, sometimes for both. And where you are now, whether connected, separated, confused, or quietly longing, is another step in that purpose unfolding. There will come a moment when the meaning behind this connection becomes clear. When the confusion fades. When the timing aligns. When the purpose reveals itself in ways you couldn't see before. When their heart finally catches up to what their soul has always known. If these words resonated with something inside you, take a moment to support this space. Like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this message today. Your presence helps these messages reach those who are searching for meaning, clarity, and healing. Tell me in the comments, do you feel that your soul knew this person long before you met them? Your truth might be exactly what someone else is meant to see today.